Alright, I've seen some top 10 lists of movies and TV shows of 2019 that I don't agree with at all. I've seen unfair reviews of shows and movies I loved. Reviews that, in my opinion, shit on a show for absolutely BS reasons. So I feel like I have to make my own list to do justice to the shows and movies I loved. Now, 2019 wasn't a good movie year in my opinion, so this list is a mix of movies and shows. So buckle the fuck up because I'm probably going to piss you off. First off, at number 10, we have Secret Life of Pets 2, just because it's a perfect sequel. It really is. We don't get good sequels nowadays, and most of them are unnecessary as well. Now, Secret Life of Pets 2 is the funniest movie of the year, in my opinion. So many movies try so hard to be funny, but they are not. You can't force funny. You just can't. Secret Life of Pets 2 is cute, it's funny, it's entertaining, and it's actually better than the original. How many sequels are better than the original? Not many. Number 9. Stranger Things Season 3. I have to be honest, it's my least favorite season. Now, it doesn't mean I didn't like it. I obviously did because it's on my top 10 list, but it just didn't feel like Stranger Things anymore. The mysterious atmosphere is gone, and Eleven feels like a useless side character rather than a center of something bigger, mysterious, and important. Gone are the days of wondering what is happening, what's next, and what is that thing? The first season was a great mix of horror, mystery, comedy, and coming of age drama, and all of that is gone in season 3. Now, all that being said, it was still funny, it was still interesting, and there wasn't a single moment where I wasn't entertained. It just it just doesn't have the same feeling anymore, if you know what I mean. And the cliffhanger ending? I mean, do we really need another season? I don't think so. Anyways, Stranger Things, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out and going through all 3 seasons because it really is an amazing show. Number 8. Jack Ryan Season 2. What is great about Jack Ryan is that every season is its own story, so there are no cliffhangers, and at the end of a season, you are not left wondering what's going to happen next. Now, season 2 is a bit different from season 1, where Jack was trying to hunt down and stop a dangerous terrorist and his organization. In this one, he is going after a corrupt leader in Venezuela. Conspiracies, thefts, and shootouts is how I would describe the show. If you want to see something a bit more serious, give it a go, especially if you are like me and waiting for a next season of Narcos. This should give you your much needed fix. Number 7. John Wick 3. It's not as good as the first movie, but it's a lot better than the second one. It's also a lot more action packed than the previous movies, and the action sequences are all very well done, unlike in John Wick 2, and that's all I have to say about the movie. Uh, it's John Wick. Number 6. The Boys. A brand new Amazon Prime show based on comic books. Now, don't let that fool you because it's not a cheery comic book show. It's very, very dark and maybe even a bit disturbing to some people. But it's also funny as hell, in my opinion. Now, The Boys follows a group of boys who are trying to kill a league of superheroes. Now, the superheroes in The Boys are not White Knight good doers like in the Marvel Universe. Oh, no, 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 no! Some of them don't actually care for human lives at all, some of them are a bit rapey, and some of them like doing drugs. Now, some people think the show is a bit woke because it takes a couple of punches at Christianity, but I think it's absurd. Since when can't we say anything about religion, especially about Christianity? The show is not woke, but what it is dark, gruesome, and lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Number 5. Joker. Probably the most controversial movie of the year. It's one of the best movies of the year as well. Do not listen to the professional critics because they have no idea what they are talking about. They're just hating on a movie because it shows a white man having a hard life. A BS reason for giving a movie bad reviews. Now, Joker is disturbing at times for sure. It's sad, it's disturbing, but man, is it beautiful. It's a beautiful and maybe even a thought provoking movie, and I will say it's definitely a must see for everyone. Joker is a masterpiece. Number 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This movie has the best end scenes of 2019. Honestly, guys, the ending will blow you away. Now, some people criticize the movie for being slow and not going anywhere, and I just don't get it. Yeah, the movie doesn't have much action in it, but I wouldn't say it's slow because it doesn't really have any boring moments in it. Now, about the movie not going anywhere. Does every movie or a TV show really need a complicated plot with twists and turns and betrayals and whatnot? No, no, they don't. Just enjoy the ride. This is what the movie is, just following the lives of a stunt double and his friend, and it's a really enjoyable ride. Especially the freaking end scene. It's amazing. Amazing is the only acceptable word if you are trying to describe the ending. Número 3, Mandalorian. Yeah, that's right. I liked it. Not only did I like it, I think it's quite amazing. I like westerns, and this is the space western I have been waiting for, and so to me, it's perfect. Just like with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, people criticize The Mandalorian for not having a story, for not having twists and turns and betrayals and unraveling conspiracies and whatnot. Now, I just watched A Critical Drinker, a reviewer who I love, by the way. I love his videos, but I believe that criticizing the show for not having a deep story is just stupid. As I said, not every show or a movie needs a deep story. I feel like people can't enjoy simple things anymore. It's like complaining about a video game not having a good story. Well, how was the gameplay, the atmosphere, sound effects, and everything else? Just because it didn't have a deep story doesn't mean a game is bad. Now, Mandalorian gets everything right in my opinion. If you want a deep story with twists around every corner, then sure, stay away from this one. However, if you want a space western with a badass character, good action scenes, and interesting locations, then this one is for you. For me, Mandalorian is perfect, and I hope the next season will be more of the same, even though many people will dislike it. Number 2, The Witcher. I have to be honest, Henry Cavill's depiction of Geralt is probably the only reason I like the show so much. The show itself gets so much wrong. It doesn't really feel like it's following the books, because if you have read the books, you will notice the show only takes some basic ideas from books, but doesn't actually really follow them. I mean, it takes really, really basic ideas. Not only that, but its depiction of medieval Eastern Europe is quite absurd as well, and I should know. I live in Eastern Europe. Now, the music, Toss a Coin to Your Witcher is amazing, but other than that, the music is quite meh. It's nothing special. And I feel like they have been really lazy at some places because some pieces of music feel like they are from the video games. And video games have better music, by the way. Also, some things like the castle where the Striga is are copied from the video games as well. And no, the books don't describe the castle at all, so they literally stole the artwork from the games because the castle looks almost identical. Now, all that being said, Geralt is amazing, and I have to be honest, the show, although completely different from the books and kind of disappointing, it's actually quite interesting as well, and I felt like I was glued to my seat when I was watching it. Hell, I binged 6 episodes in a row, so that's saying something. But yeah, Henry Cavill really outdid himself, and he is the savior of the show in my opinion, because without him and his depiction of Geralt, I don't think many people would actually love the show so much. Number 1, Chernobyl. It's scary how quickly people forgot about this. I mean, it's recent history and kids should be learning about it at schools, but for some reasons, people just forgot about it and ignore it like it never happened. It's probably the most horrifying event in recent history, and if you want to see something based on a true story and really, really disturbing at the same time, watch this miniseries. If you think The Boys is disturbing or The Joker is disturbing, you have seen nothing yet. Because this is real life, not fiction. And as Chernobyl proves, real life can be a lot more disturbing and a lot more horrific than any fiction. This show is a masterpiece. It outdid everything that came out this year. No movie, no show comes even close to Chernobyl. I've seen so many people put Joker at number one, even respectable reviewers who are not even listing this in their top 10 lists. And it's absurd in my opinion. Sure, Joker was amazing, but I'll repeat myself. Nothing comes even close to Chernobyl. But just like the real event, people quickly forgot about this little mini-series. I guess because this is actually real life and people don't want to think about real life problems. I guess burying our heads in the sand is much easier, right? Because if we ignore all the problems, then they don't exist. That seems to be the mentality we have. Anyways, give the show a go. I think everyone should see it, and what I'm going to say now might be a bit controversial, but I think they should show this miniseries in schools. I really do. But anyways, that's it. That's my top 10 list. Now, some of the movies are not on the list because I don't have time to see every single movie that comes out, but I'm definitely planning on watching 1917 and Ford versus Ferrari or whatever it's called. Now, Endgame is not on the list because while I think it's a good movie and a lot better than the shit show Infinity War, I just don't think it's better than anything else on the list. So that all being said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you all the next time.